Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So I just finished filming a fall makeup tutorial using the Tarte Amazonian Clay palette, and I thought that I would just take the time and do a quick review on the palette and show you all the swatches of the palette so that you guys can get a little better idea and I can talk about it a little bit more in depth. So for starters, the palette is $38 and it comes in this really pretty fancy gift packaging like this. It's very pretty. The back, you know, has all the ingredients and all that good stuff in the back, and then the front is like this. This is definitely something that you can just give as a gift. It even comes with a little ribbon inside, and the palette comes right here, as you can see it right there, and there is where I say it comes with a little pink ribbon, so I guess you can wrap it up and give it as a nice little gift if you want. And it's awesome purple color. So the palette is like this. It is like a perfect little square. The design is really pretty. It's, you know, purple with some red little flowers. It's a cardboard palette, very, very thin, so it's very easy. I mean, it is a little big. It's not like a small little palette, but I think it is a nice, comfy size, and I love how it's thin. Probably pretty good for traveling. The palette has 16 eyeshadows, and these are the shadows. The shadows on the actual palette don't have the names, but it does have a little paper right here which has the names, and I actually never have liked that. I don't like it that you have to keep the little paper. Usually when I get these little papers in my makeup, I throw them out, but in this case you have to kind of keep it, because if you want to know what the shadows are called, they're on that little paper. So hopefully I don't lose it, but I think to me that's kind of a little pain, because I wish they could have put the colors like written in the little, you know, areas in between the palette. As far as the important stuff, it is a great palette. This is actually one of the first Tarte palettes that I've ever had, I believe. I did buy one once and I ended up returning it because I didn't like it. I remember it was a purple palette, kind of like an elongated rectangular shape, and I didn't like the shadows. I don't think they lasted very well on my eyelids, and they had a lot of fallout, and the color payoff was just not good. I tried it once or twice and I returned that palette. So I thought I would give another Tarte palette a shot, and I'm happy I did, because this one I do like. I like the color payoff of the eyeshadows. I like the neutral colors that it has. It also has some nice purple colors. This one right here is a purple, and this one is a purple, which I love. It has good shadows to blend. It kind of has like a little mix of shadows that are a little more frost on the shimmery side, but it also has 5 matte shadows. I was about to say 4, but it was 5. It has this one, this one, this one, and these 2 right here. So it has 5 matte, so that's a nice little mix. You definitely need different finishes to complete a full look. I love the fact that you can complete an entire look just using this palette, and you do not have to reach for any other single eyeshadows. So far I really like the palette. I would say that the only thing that I dislike about the palette is the little paper, but that's really not that important. As far as the eyeshadows, great color payoff. I love the dark colors. I think this is a great palette to have for the fall, and I just really like the colors. It would be nice if the palette had a little mirror, but it doesn't, and that's okay. I mean, it would be good like if you're take it on a trip that you can just do your eyeshadow and look into the big mirror, but it does not have a mirror, but you know, that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these shadows for you. I'm gonna go row by row, and you guys can see what the swatches look like. For the top row, here are the swatches of the top row. Here is the second row, which is this one right here. And here you see already 3 of the more matte colors, which are this one, here, and here. That is the second row. This is like a pinky beige color. Here is the third row, which is right there. And here are the swatches. This has actually been the row that has swatched the best in my opinion. Look at these colors. I love these first 2 right here that I swatched. They're just gorgeous. And this one right here is like an almost purple black. That must be really, really cool for like the outer corner. I really like this row a lot. And for the last row right here, loving the first 2 colors of that row. Look at that beautiful color payoff of these two colors. This is one of the matte ones and this is another one of the matte ones. You can barely see it there, but this is a color that to me is very necessary in any look. I always use a color like this when doing my makeup. Usually I'll use a MAC Vanilla and Brulee. So I'm glad that this palette has that. I wish that every palette had a color like that. That way I don't have to worry about taking any other eyeshadows if I ever travel. But those first two shadows would be very beautiful in the lid. That is like my go-to look. So those were the swatches of the Tarte palette. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, great palette for the fall. I hope that you guys get a chance to check it out. I really hope that you found this video helpful in case you were in the hunt for a new palette or in case you wanted to know a little bit more about this Tarte palette. And as always, I want to say thank you so much for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye.